Welcome to Joe Kirogo and Associates. My name is CPA Daniel Kirogo. Today we want to talk about the Tax Procedure Amendment Bill number 2, which are some of the proposals that have been sent through the Ministry of Treasury and Finance. There are some few proposals that need to amend the TPA, and we are going to be discussing about them. There are some 10 clauses which the Ministry through Parliament is seeking to amend the TPA. The first clause under this bill definitely is introducing this short title. The title will be the Tax Procedure Amendment number 2, Bill of 2024. The second clause proposes to amend the section 23A of the TPA to describe the information contained in an electronic tax invoice. Definitely here the proposals are to amend or are to describe what a tax invoice, an electronic tax invoice, descriptions, how they are going to look like, and the clarity will also guide the taxpayer on the contents of the valid tax invoice. If you go to the proposal, if you check the Tax Procedure Amendment Bill of number 2, you will see all the description of that electronic tax invoice. And I know that on the TPA it describes what an invoice is, a tax invoice. And TPA was enacted in 2015 when we didn't have the electronic tax invoice. And I know that's why these proposals are there to amend this clause. Clause 3 seeks to amend Section 34E of the TPA by extension of the tax amnesty. We know that we had the period of tax amnesty going to 30th June 2024, and that time elapsed. And these proposals are amending the Tax Procedure Act want to bring these proposals again. The proposals are there in the rejected finance bill, as famously known, and this extension of the program was necessary by the Court of Appeal decision on Finance Act 2023. So definitely, if this bill sails through Parliament, we're going to see the tax amnesty being extended for all the penalties and interest accruing to 31st December 2022. I know that we are going to be going to public participation on this bill, and definitely some voters have suggestions that if this amnesty can be extended to 31st December 2023, we are going to see how it transpires. From there, we go to clause 4 of this bill. Proposes to insert a new section, which is that 4E. If you check the Finance Bill 2023, it goes up to, if I'm not wrong, up to amendment of section 37 up to E. Now we have a new proposal under this, and this I can also say that it was there in Finance Bill 2024, the rejected Finance Bill. So it proposes to insert a new section 37E to the Principal Act on the relief because of doubt on definitely this one is on tax abandonment, where the ministry can, or if KRA reaches a point that it cannot be able to collect some debts, and it proposes to have that tax abandonment. The clause seeks to provide a legal framework for relief where there is a doubt in difficulty on recovery of taxes. And if you check on this proposal, the Tax Procedure Amendment Bill, you're going to see all the procedures that has been enacted there. This is just a short summary. The other one is clause 5 of this bill proposes to amend section 42E of the Principal Act by deleting the provision of section 1 and inserting a new subsection 4C on the penalties of 10% or who fail to remit withholding. So definitely this one is a proposal to enact a penalty if a taxpayer does not remit withholding tax and pays it on time. There is a clause 6 on this bill which proposes to amend section 47 of the Principal Act to provide timelines of application of offset of overpaid tax for tax within 5 years and above. And also there is a new section, new clause 7 of this bill proposes to amend section 59 of the Principal Act to provide the integration of electronic tax system with iTax. Definitely this one for those taxpayers with the turnover of above 5 million. KRA is proposing that you can integrate the normal accounting system or any software that you have with ETIPS or the electronic tax invoice, on iTax purposes for submission of electronic documents and facilitate uptake and deployment of technology to facilitate cost-effective revenue collection. The other clause is clause 8 of this proposes to amend section 77 to provide the computational period for lodgement of an objection. This one definitely also is a proposal that was there in the rejected finance bill of an extension of the timelines for lodging an objection, be it on the tax appeal tribunal, be it on the High Court or the Court of Appeal. Definitely the stipulated timelines are there in the TPA for when you are supposed to lodge for a tax appeal tribunal, to lodge your objection on tax appeal tribunal or High Court or Court of Appeal. And the proposal seeks to not to include Saturday, Sunday and public holidays in computing these days. We have the 9th clause in this bill, which proposes to amend section 83 of the Principal Act to provide penalty of 20,000 per month for EPZ that fails to submit the required returns. So there is this new proposal of extending this, introducing this penalty of 20,000 for EPZ zone which fails to submit the required returns. And the last one is the clause 10. This bill proposes to amend first schedule of the Principal Act which require registration of an employee working remotely. So definitely an employee working remotely will be required to have a KRA PIN, which works outside Kenya for an employer or an employee in Kenya, excluding the employees working outside for a national carrier. So definitely there are quite a lot of proposals here. The 10 clauses. They are detailed on the Tax Procedural Amendment number 2 Bill of 2024. If you definitely want us to expand or more on this tax education, you can link us through our contacts down there or our email. And definitely you can also request us to send you these proposals. But ending this, maybe I can say this is just a bill that has been sent to Parliament. We'll see how it goes to public participation before it is enacted to an act of Parliament. Thank you very much.